Welcome back to Elseworld, the best comic book related show in the multiverse, and today we're going to delve right into the Arkhamverse. We've known for a while now that Warner Bros. Games Montreal, who developed the Batman Arkham Origins game, were up to something, and not long ago they teased us with this video of symbols shifting, hinting towards the League of Assassins. Some wondered if it was even going to be a Batman game, or was it going to be a spin-off? So we had to wait even more for a reveal. Hopefully at New York Comic Con? Well, over the last few days, we've gotten a few supposed leaks, so take all this with a grain of salt, that give us interesting details about the game. The only one I want to cover here is this leaked photo of the new title and logo, Batman Arkham Court, which features the 4 symbols from WB Montreal's tease. Now what could this mean? Well, if you're a comic book fan, you can probably guess that the main antagonist of this game will be the Court of Owls, which I am very excited for. There has been a couple Easter eggs about the court throughout the games, but nothing big. Or has there? I have a theory about this game, or rather the entire Arkham franchise as a whole. I think this is going to tie into many events from previous games in some way. Why do I say that? Well, let's take a look at the court themselves. They are a secret society formed of Gotham's elite, trying to manipulate and control the progression of Gotham City. Amadeus Arkham, the original founder of Arkham Asylum, was one of the richest men in Gotham during his time. What if he and several other high society members of Gotham were the founders of the Court of Owls? If you follow a side quest in Arkham Asylum, you'll learn that Arkham was reincarnated as the dubious Warden Quincy Sharp, who went on to become mayor of Gotham and worked with Hugo Strange and Ra's al Ghul to create Arkham City, and Protocol 10, which was all orchestrated to kill off the criminals in Arkham City, but foiled by Batman. Sharp mentioned during that story that Strange had powerful friends, the kind that could get things moving. Interesting, right? In Arkham Knight, Gotham's main islands become occupied by the militia, an army of mercenaries trained to subdue or even kill the Batman when needed to. This militia was headed by Scarecrow and the Arkham Knight himself. Both are characters who I don't see having a lot of money and resources to afford massive drones, advanced weapons, and thousands of armed mercenaries at their disposal. There were hints that bigger parties were involved during that game. What if the events of Arkham City and Arkham Knight were all plots orchestrated by the Court of Owls to shape Gotham how they want it to be, but every time they are foiled by Batman in some way? Now, with Bruce Wayne unmasked, he's faked his death, giving the court their chance to take over Gotham City. They aren't without enemies though. The symbols from the tease show the League of Assassins insignia. If you played the DLC mission featuring the League, depending on the ending that you chose for it, either Ra's al Ghul returns and Nyssa dies, or Nyssa al Ghul keeps Ra's under observation until he dies of old age as she reforms the League to be keepers of peace and justice. Going with that second ending, Nyssa probably would have made enemies with the court by changing the League's ways. So Gotham might be a war zone with the court, and the League battling for control over Gotham. There is a lot of potential here with the court, and to have them tie into previous games. Now we get to another theory, and this is involving the name. It's still called Batman Arkham Court, but Batman was unmasked and he faked his death in the last game. It can't be about Batman, right? Well, there are a few possibilities here. 1, they're just calling it Batman to stay consistent. 2, with the League and the court at war, civilians will be at stake, so Bruce returns, operating in the shadows, maybe under a different moniker, which would actually be pretty neat. 3, this is a prequel that takes place before Arkham Knight. And 4, and my personal favorite, it's not Bruce Wayne. Going back to Arkham Knight, if you beat the main campaign with 100% completion, you get the full ending of the game, where you see a mother, father, and son about to be mugged by thugs when they are saved by a mysterious figure who resembles Batman. It's left ambiguous as to what this means. I believe someone has taken up the now empty role of Batman. But who? Dick Grayson, aka Nightwing, seems like an obvious choice, right? Maybe, but those who have read the comics or even pay attention to the interactions in the game can tell you that Dick has zero want to be Batman. He hates that cowl and prefers being his own man in Bloodhaven City. Then you have Jason, who is just obviously too broken of a man to take up the mantle, so that leaves Tim Drake. the third Robin. In the DLC campaign, Flip of a Coin, which takes place after the events of Night, we play as Robin taking on Two-Face. Throughout, we see Tim start to act more and more like Bruce in both skill and personality. And also throughout the campaign, we see he is constantly reminded that he is not like Bruce and could never live up to him, which he overcomes when he beats Two-Face using many of Bruce's tricks. Tim even cancels his honeymoon with Barbara, aka Oracle, so he can protect Gotham. I think this shows Tim's dedication and loyalty to Bruce, which has always been Tim's greatest trait. He doesn't wear a mask and a cape because he was drafted by Bruce as a kid. No, Tim has always wanted to be the vigilante. He wanted to help Batman. He volunteered for this life. He's the best detective of the Robins. He's skilled and shows a lot of promise for the future. I've always believed in the comics that Tim was perfect fit for the role of Batman should the cowl ever be passed on to him. And I think Rocksteady and WB Montreal might be under the same mindset. I think and hope in this Batman Arkham Court we play as Batman, but it is a brand new young Batman in the form of Tim Drake, which I would be nothing but excited for. This could allow for some great character development, showing how everyone deals with the loss of Bruce, but also how the youngest member of the Bat family is now Batman. Show how differently Tim operates as the Caped Crusader. Now, this is all just theories and speculation, but hey, it's fun to do, so whatever. What do you think? Should Tim take over as Batman? What do you think the Court of Owls are up to? And are you excited to see what comes of this project? I personally was hoping for like a Suicide Squad game or a Green Arrow game, but I guess a new Arkham game wouldn't hurt. Tell me your thoughts down below, like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe and hit that bell notification icon for more episodes, and I will see you all next time in the multiverse.